It is amazing what God will reveal to you while you are searching for the truth as it pertains to the present day and what is going on, so you are prepared, heart, mind, and soul, for that which the future will bring. Now, in my last video about why Donald Trump did not pardon Julian Assange, we need safe havens for whistleblowers to go to point out and reveal the atrocities that are being committed in this day and age. So I was looking at the Cold War with China that we are now in, because in the last video I put up, it spoke about many great atrocities that happened to the American people by our own government during the Cold War. And of course, those that do evil think it's for the greater good. So anyway, I searched this, Cold War with China, just to see if they were talking about, are we in a Cold War with China right now? And I believe we are. As I was scrolling down, I noticed that Chinese satellite lasers recorded over Hawaii. And I'm going to play this video. It's only got 1.5 million views. And a lot of you say, well, that's a lot. But there's over 325 million people in the United States of America, over 7.5 billion people in the world. So not many people know about this when you look at the numbers. So I noticed I had like a bunch of videos up on my red bell notification thing. And before I decided to make this video, I decided to go over and see what those videos were. And it's like 34 minutes ago, while I was thinking of making this video of the Cold War with China, I noticed 34 minutes before I looked at my notifications, Fox Business puts up, China expert warns there is a momentum for war. The Chinese satellite lasers recorded over Hawaii video we will look at in a second, but I just want to inform you that I've just subscribed to this, and I'm going to hit the bell notifications too, but I always like to put in the subscriber count, zoom in on this, the channel, the view count, but most important is the date. I always love to have the date of the video that is uploaded, because time frame leads you to a lot of truth in the way things are laid out over time. It's a great way to connect the dots to get a full view of the picture that you're looking to find. So, but what I'd like to point out in regards to this Cold War with China and possible war with China, and the way things move forward according to what is being discussed at not only the World Economic Forum, but the World Global Government Forum, or Government Forum they're calling it, is in 2019, you go back then, and what they were talking about in February through March at the World Economic Forum was a biological pandemic that was going to go global. Okay, and we all know what happened in 2020. And then we had the World Olympic Games held in Wuhan, China in October 15th through the 27th, I believe, in Wuhan, China. And a lot of the athletes reported flu-like symptoms. And then we moved into 2020. There was 148 different countries involved in the World Military Games, and all those athletes went home to their families, and the rest is history. So now we've got this year, 2023, in February. The main thing that they have been talking about is horrific global cyber attacks, where it's actually shutting down electrical grids. And a lot of individuals out there, how upset do you think they're going to be if they lose their smartphone or they lose their internet connection? You know, the heck with electric, but if they lose that laptop or smartphone, all heck's going to break out in their heart, mind, and soul. So I'm just trying to prepare people for what might be down the road, be ready for it. But we're going to take a look at these Chinese satellite lasers recorded over Hawaii.
Now to a very unusual sight captured on camera. Japanese and local astronomers say a Chinese satellite was recently seen beaming down green lasers over the islands. This video captured atop the Subaru telescope on Mauna Kea, operated by the National Astronomical Observatory of Japan. Bryce Moore has the story.
The lasers flash for just a couple seconds. Initially thought to be from a NASA altimeter satellite, the Japanese put out a correction note on Monday saying NASA scientists found a most likely candidate as the ACDL instrument by the Chinese Daki-1 AEMS satellite. I went to a University of Hawaii astronomer who read up on AEMS instruments.
It's a Chinese satellite that is measuring pollutants, among other things. It has many different instruments on it, some kind of topographical mapping, or they're also used for measuring stuff in the Earth's atmosphere. And I think that's what it is, it's an environmental measurement satellite.
I also sat down with the former Chief of Staff of Marine Forces Pacific. He had some questions.
I'm not sure, this is my opinion, why the Chinese, who are probably some of the most prolific polluters on the planet, would be collecting data on pollutants on this side of the Pacific.
Both experts say this isn't explicitly a spy satellite. It is cataloged and known by governments around the world.
The U.S. has satellites that do the same thing. So in this case, despite all of the flurry, well-deserved flurry about Chinese spy satellites and other devices, this one is just orbiting Earth and has a known orbit.
The footage was taken January 28th, before the recent incident where a Chinese balloon traversed over the mainland U.S. before being shot down off the coast of South Carolina. Which brings the question, how much is the Chinese military seeing?
They can shut down any communication nodes that they want if they believe that, I think, the public is getting too much information. So, yeah, I think it's more probably military than anything else. That's makes sense.
I had to ask,
is this a risk to locals, to Hawaii?
No, it's not a risk to Hawaii or any place else. We have aircraft making these kind of measurements all the time. If you've seen topographical maps with high precision, those are made using sometimes this kind of thing.
It seems to me that those tensions are there. People are a little antsy, and I think we just need to be a little bit more aware, vigilant.
I reached out to the United States Space Force to see how often Chinese satellites scan Hawaii airspace and if there's been an explanation from China. Officials are working on getting me a response, and we'll bring that to you as soon as we hear back. Bryce Moore, KHON2 News, working for Hawaii.
Now, one thing I've realized is a lot of people like to watch videos on their television set, and they don't really have, using Fire Stick or whatever other device you might have, but they can't really see the comments. So in the end of my videos, after I play something from a news clip, I'm going to go ahead and read some of the comments. So if you watch my videos to the end, you'll get to read what some of the most liked comments were. And we won't go into the replies to them, but let me just read some of this. It's a weird time, man. I can't help but feel that there's going to be some sort of bad event that's going to happen in the near future. Now, we had 574 like that. There's 88 replies. I think the best thing we can do is panic and wildly speculate. You got 2,001K people like that. So I love how most people joke and try to find the best pun with these subjects. Just remember, sometimes the best way to hide something is to cast it in plain sight. I miss the world we used to live where everyone thought something crazy and the skies were aliens. Well, that seems to not be too far in the future. So you might get back to that. Last one. Okay, let's see. That's 725 likes on this one. Could also be used for making hyper-accurate maps in the event that GPS is shut down or made unusable in a military operation. That's interesting. All right, so these are people chiming in and other people chiming in with their thumbs up button. I hope you'll chime in on this video. Give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel because I've got some amazing stuff that I've been holding back on, but I want to get out there ASAP. In some videos, I've got to remake some videos that YouTube took down on another channel I had, because now it's okay to talk about them because they turned out to be true. So I can remake certain videos. YouTube can erase my channel, but they cannot erase what I know. Seek the truth daily, my friends. The truth will find you seeking. If you get a chance, go to Google sometime, and in quotation marks, just Google Seek Truth Daily. Till my next video, this is John. Take care, and may God bless you.